It's the GroupCast podcast, a show about stuff like stupid jokes and Charlie folks and random ass topics with Case and Wes and special guests like Fred and Danny, Kyle, Riley, Len is there too. This is their theme song, it's pretty cool. Just don't ask Wes to sing the rest cause he'll forget the words, so sit right down and gather round, but not too close because they were so ugly that everyone died. Podcast.
Banana!
There's no escaping banana!
Happy birthday!
I feel like this is worse than poking a sleeping bear.
A bit. Shut up, I'm introing things. Happy birthday! We're still a immature toddler.
Try that again.
Happy birthday! We're still an immature toddler. Is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. Is the two-year explodiganza. Forget what I
Hey,
said.
you can see our faces!
I forget what I said on Facebook earlier.
You can see our faces.
Michael Bayaganza.
Except
his.
Michael Bayaganza.
because of all the explosions going on?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
Michael Bayaganza.
Yes.
Yes.
So I am Big Wes. I am also here with Casey,
Hello.
and we have Tara,
Hello.
Kyle,
Hi.
and Dave Egg Salad Sandwich.
Wait, hold on. This isn't the videotaping for the fucking shit.
No, it's
Harlem
not.
Shake video. This is the Harlem Shake video. You guys lied to me.
You're like a year and a half late. You're way past your expiration date, Egg Salad Sandwich.
Yes.
Go home, you're dead.
Go back up that chicken.
Go back up that chicken.
Okay.
We got our first best.
So we have both Dave and other Dave. You're off to a great start.
Yes. I forgot! I just did things like 2 days ago with other Dave.
You
which is
did. Everybody's favorite other Dave, and that was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I thought it was yesterday.
Everybody's favorite other Dave, Kyle.
Womp.
Well,
Yeah.
So, happy 2 years, everybody.
This is exciting.
It is. I've been up since 6:30 this morning, and I've just been like fucking just. I just want to go. I forgot to put on my shirt. I had a special shirt to put on. I was going to wear my tuxedo shirt again and be all fancy and everything, but I forgot because we were supposed to be recording like an hour from now.
Yeah.
But we're an
And
hour
all of a sudden
early.
everybody is here.
Yeah.
So, hey!
Hey!
Everyone's so fucking excited.
Welcome to the
Yeah.
show!
Yeah. 2 months of preparation. And
Yeah.
there was like, yeah, all 2 months was just secretive. It was between you, me, and Lennon.
Yeah.
And then we started,
Then we started hinting at everything.
yeah, during our month of GroupCast.
Which was a good idea. I'm kind of glad we stopped at 75
Yeah,
to kind of start over.
yeah.
So,
That-
yeah.
That's a
Nice even number.
Yes.
that's a number to stop at. It's
Love
also
Shack, baby!
Love Shack baby. So
I feel like there needs to be Raisin Bran, like the Raisin Bran right after that.
I think...
what?
Well, because we said
Bran.
earlier about Raisin Babies,
Yeah.
so now I'm thinking about Raisin Babies, so every
California
time Love
raisins
Shack...
has babies.
Every time Love Shack is
That just
brought
makes
up,
me
I
think
just
of
feel
Baby
like
playing a
Raisin
saxophone.
Bran needs to be said right after.
Raisin Bran!
Ain't
Trojan
no
Man!
reason, no baby.
Remember I used to do that on
Yeah.
Minecraft?
Yes.
We would do like 8 hour overnight Minecraft Skypecraft sessions,
Yes.
and I would just sit there and be like, jumped on ham,
For kids!
Trojan man, jumped on ham
Plates of ham.
for like 15 minutes, and then Riley would get really pissed off.
Egg salad sandwich!
Yeah.
Sam I am.
Green eggs and ham.
God damn.
What? What's happening?
I don't know what is
I
happening.
died.
Let the music happen.
Stop dying. That's like
What
fake.
do you have on that? Yeah,
Nothing.
nothing.
There's nothing here.
Okay.
There's nothing here yet.
Show the people what you've drawn.
2 lines.
Do you have
Wesley,
enough?
do you care to share your love notes with the rest of the class?
Do you have enough for everyone else?
H.
I H you.
Harold, I love you.
I can dream, Harold! I'm sorry. I found a game that we should play, though, at some point.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I gotta actually look it up. Where's the trash can? I gotta actually look it up and find it. It's called Sesame Street Fighter.
What?
Yeah. It's
Holy shit.
Sesame Street themed Street Fighter.
I'll call Cookie Monster!
But instead of like just beating the shit out of each other, you have to type out like to do moves and shit.
Oh my
It's a learning thing.
Cookie.
Yeah. No, it's not like simple shit. Like you actually learn things. Like who was it? I think it was either Cookie Monster or Bert. Is Russian cities.
Because you can get those things mixed up.
I don't remember because they talked about a couple of them. But it's one of the two, either Cookie Monster or Bert. Their category that you have to type out is Russian cities, and
wow.
whatever it is that you're typing comes up on screen, and it's basically a race to see who can type the fastest.
That's really cool, actually.
And then if you get it right like the first time, then you do the move.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a terrific game for
us
to play.
If they had that when I was a kid, when I was learning how to type, instead of that stupid shit where you're like a spaceman and whatnot, I would be like, fuck it, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life.
I always did the basketball one where you have to type words real fast to get the shots, and if you misspell it, you miss. Because the other ones were just like weird.
Yeah.
I had this weird like fucking spaceman game, and it's
Was there
like
like
a fever
was
dream.
there
for me.
like
I don't even remember.
Was there like an intergalactic Santa looking guy?
I think there might have been.
Yeah, I had that when I was in elementary school.
See, I just had a really boring typing tutor because what happened with me, I switched schools. In the old school that I was in, they were like, okay, next year, you're going to learn how to type properly. And I didn't get to do that because I moved schools. And the new school I moved to was like, all right, you guys learned to type last year, so you know what's going on. I'm like, what?
Yeah. It's like that picture that floats around the internet quite often. The whole, I'm not going to teach this to you. You should have learned it last year.
Yeah.
Rewind to last year. You're
going to learn this next year.
You're going to learn this next year.
But yeah, the typing tutor that I had was incredibly like bit crushed. Like the sound was absolutely horrible.
Oh, God.
So the one thing I remember, it was completely boring. There was no like kid friendliness to it. It was just like the home keys are A, S, D, F, and semicolon.
I forget. I have a laptop. Oh wait, no, I gotta move my. Okay.
Remember to sit up straight. Keep your back aligned.
Did you just say keep your pants on?
Keep your pants on. This is not health class.
Stop typing with your pants off, Bobby.
I thought you said keep your pants alive.
I said keep your.
You just.
Jiggle.
I said.
Freeze! Damn it!
I said keep your back alive.
Wow.
We're way off.
6 degrees of separation or something. No, it's not. It's not at all.
This isn't Kevin Bacon.
I love bacon.
We
Like that.
Bacon falls from the ceiling.
My third year of computer programming, the entire class decided to play a joke on the teacher. For like all 3 years, we bashed on people who couldn't type like my dad, where they have to do the finger punching.
I'm one step up from that. I use these fingers, but I can do it fast since I've been doing it so long.
So we all decided before class started, our third year, that we would only use 2 fingers to type the entire class. And we would just yell at our teacher to slow down because we couldn't catch up. Or he had to come help us because we couldn't find a key.
That's great.
So the entire class, we were like, no, can you go back? I need that part.
I need the word cat again.
How do you spell that?
C A
Semicolon.
Q.
He got
Explanation point.
He got so upset he just stopped.
Explanation point. I'm sorry, but explanation point.
The symbol is like another sentence.
Yeah. That's what we should call the shit in parentheses. In news articles.
This morning I had a bagel. This sentence is meant to explain something that happened previously. That's the symbol.
It's a lesson in itself.
gonna start using that from now on. Just start typing it in the middle of my fucking paper. Just be like, exclamation point. Oh, this part meant that. Oh, I don't really care.
Speaking of keyboards, did you guys ever wonder?
In parentheses, stop.
Stop.
So you don't have periods, and then your teacher gets like your thing, and she's like, "What is this?" I revised it. I'm sure you did.
I find periods very pedestrian, so I'm going to start using stop like an old-fashioned type.
Hold on.
Periods are too aggressive, guys.
I feel that periods are just presumptuous motherfuckers.
Telling you when to halt and shit. In a non-direct manner, you have to know symbolism to understand, so I just spelled it out for you.
I feel like my everyday life is just filled with explanation points. Where I tell a story, and then I just immediately have to like go on this like small tangent to explain what's going on. My parents hate me. Because I do that way too much. They're like, just get to the fucking thing, like the punchline of the joke. Like, I can't because you don't know who these people are that I'm talking about.
Because your parents are child's drawings.
Yes. Actually, you made no reference that I have a dad, and it's just,
I did.
Did you?
The one GroupCast greatest hits. It was the stereotypical drawing of dad. He's got like combed hair. He's got a pipe.
Oh, that's right.
He's wearing a suit.
The one that you cut down my 18-minute story of.
I cut it into 2 parts of 4 minutes each. Yeah. That was fun. I wheeled
myself around in a circle with my one kid.
That was a lot of editing.
Yeah.
Let's not do that anymore.
Okay, I'll try not to cut off my thumb again.
Because
I was planning on it like next week, so I had another story.
I remember sitting in the basement, and you're going to tell a story. Okay, I need all of you not to chime in, because this will be an editing nightmare.
Yeah.
And then every second after you spoke, all we did was talk about shit.
Out of spite.
My mom kicks in the door, and she starts screaming at the office people.
The doors explode.
Yeah. She just starts throwing up rainbows. Yeah, she just throws up rainbows everywhere. Where's my son? All over the place.
Watch GroupCast Greatest Hits on YouTube.com.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. To our own things.
Yeah, we're not talking about our own things. We don't want to talk about other things, but we can talk about our own things.
Email us at group.
Sponsored by Mr. Clean.
Email us at
yes, because we are example. We are the epitome of symbols for Mr. Clean. We're doing a podcast out of a barn. Do you realize that we are sitting in a barn with Mike and Ike packets still on the floor? There is a crushed something over there.
And I got my ear pierced.
What?
Shave my head, get my ear pierced.
Oh, I thought you said that I'm going to shave my head and get my ear pierced.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'm that dedicated to the show. I'll shave my head.
Get my ear to Mr. Clean. I feel like you have a Mr. Clean fetish right now.
Both. He's an attractive man.
What is going on?
I love the way the light shines off his head.
Have you guys seen that JonTron video on it? Food fight?
And
Charlie Sheen.
Immediately he gets covered in crud.
Yeah, it's a for those of you who don't know, it's a movie that is full of product placement. That's pretty much the only reason why they made it. The animation is horrible. The lighting is horrible. The cell shading is horrible. The voices are
With Charlie Sheen.
With Charlie Sheen, so you got that. And it's just full of product placements. They're having a party where all of the like food-related mascots are just dancing around.
That makes sense.
You got Mr. Clean walking in the background, like at the very beginning of the movie. He just like shit just gets all over his clothes.
Immediately. You see Mr. Clean, and then he gets dirty.
Yeah.
Oh my god, was that a shit weasel?
I love that part. No, it was a butt cover.
The part where just some guy just appears out of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you got 20 minutes in. I can never get the part past the part.
I can never get part in my hair.
Wayne Brady is in that movie.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is he in? If you ever wanted a black stereotype dressed as a squirrel, there you go.
I feel like if I was there and all the like just obvious product placement, I would pull like a what movie was it? Wayne's World, and just walk up and be like, "Oh, that's convenient," and just for everything.
Universal Studios, like in the Cat in the Hat.
Cha-ching.
That movie was terrible, and yet I thought it was the funniest thing when I watched it the first time.
Well,
I
Cat in the
totally
Hat?
agree with you.
No, Cat in the Hat.
Oh.
The Cat in the Hat
I used
makes
to watch
so
that
many
shit all the
sexual
time.
references.
I know, it's horrible.
They're like, you dirty hoe,
Yeah.
and then it's just like, I love baby. I'm like, what?
My favorite part of that movie, though, and still was actually a deleted scene. They go into like one of those TV stores where they have like a camera mounted somewhere, and you get to see like everything that's going on in the store on the TV. And he like walks up in front of the camera and goes, "I'm on TV. I'm on TV." And he just walks. It's like Nostalgia Critic pointed out in his review. Mike Myers' expressions there's only two of them. It's either creepy homo stalker or
Yeah, shit my pants.
so happy I shit my pants.
I talked about this before, but you said about how Cat in the Hat has so many like sexual references. That's like the greatest thing about being old. Like when you
understand.
yeah, you just understand all this extra shit. Like it just kind of blows over you when you're a kid because it's just like, oh my god, animated talking fish.
You watch one Disney movie, you realize something was said, and then you have to watch
or
every other Disney
or like early
movie.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
SpongeBob. Oh my god, no.
There's so many of those things.
But I talked about this earlier. Like I just said, when you're a kid, oh my god, animated talking fish.
Yeah.
And then once you get older, you realize that animated talking fish is Willem Dafoe. And like a year and a half before he was a talking fish, he was sleeping with a guy in another movie, Boondock Saints.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it dead?
Yeah. and then there's like I don't remember if I talked about this on a show or not, or GroupCast, because it would have been during GroupCast. I ruined. I know I talked about it at some point with a couple people. I ruined Lion King in a good way.
Okay.
For a group of people.
Before you say that, I just want to say, I recently figured out, or I saw somewhere the translation for that beginning song at the very beginning of the movie. The one was like, "Ha!" Yeah. The lyrics.
Wait! I don't know which one you're talking about. Sing me more.
Ha!
Yep, that's the one I thought it was. It was the Swedish Chef remix of Lion King.
He turned into Scatman for like a split second.
Is it like African or what?
The translation for that song is, "Here comes a lion. There is a lion. Oh, there's a lion. Here comes a lion."
That's great.
That's seriously
I
what
wish
it is.
I would have known that a couple weeks ago.
But yeah, go on.
I sat there and I'm like, oh my god, I just forgotten like who these voice actors were. Like Mufasa.
Yeah.
Mufasa is
Jeremy Irons.
No, Mufasa is James Earl Jones.
Oh yeah,
Scar
is Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, well, who's James Earl Jones? I'm like, you don't know who James Earl Jones is? Like, no. I'm like, Darth Vader. Like, oh my god, Darth Vader's in Lion King. So they just imagined, like, every time Mufasa was around, that Darth Vader
has sent you a friend request.
that Darth Vader's just walking around the savannah. And then Jeremy Irons, like, I couldn't think of anything that Jeremy Irons was in other than that one thing on Family Guy for Jeremy Irons' breakfast cereal. So I'm like, I don't know what he's been in, but I know he's going to be the new Alfred in Batman vs. Superman. They go, oh my god, Batman vs. Superman. Yeah.
Oh my god, what are they thinking with the casting for that movie?
I like that. I heard that I forget what his name is now. The one who knocks.
Because that is insightful.
Breaking Bad.
Thank you.
Breaking Bad.
The Breaking Bad guy. I forget what his name is.
The Breaking Bad guy.
Yeah.
Walter White?
Yeah, that one. The one that was Malcolm in the Middle's
Bryan
dad.
Cranston.
That guy. He was actually looked at to be Lex Luthor.
And
that
instead
would
they
have
picked
been
the
great.
guy
That would have been better than the
from
one
Jesse
Social
Eisenberg.
Network.
From Social Networking.
Yeah. But
Or they can go back to the one that they had in the original Superman movies. I thought he was okay.
You mean the one that's probably dead because he's so old?
Yeah, that one.
Why not?
Yeah. But
just take his corpse and pose it.
Yeah. Back to ruining childhood.
Yeah.
I thought that was good enough.
Yeah. And when mature Simba was dancing around and everything, I'm like, that's Matthew Broderick. Like, who's Matthew Broderick? Like, Bueller. Like, oh my god, it's Ferris Bueller.
Inspector Gadget.
I always forget about Inspector Gadget. And then someone's like, wasn't he Inspector Gadget? And like, I flipped the table. I'm like, I forgot about that.
So wait. Mature Simba's Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
I did not know
You did
that.
not?
I don't know actors. I feel like maybe
You
I
will.
should
You
start
will.
studying.
You will one day when you're our age.
Yeah, he told me the other day that getting old is amazing because you just automatically start understanding things.
Yes.
There's just a knowledge.
I wouldn't
of
say
everything.
automatically, but yeah. I'd
Like,
agree.
You hit a point and then you just wake up and it's like somebody was downloading information.
yeah,
into your head.
you progress in it. But the biggest point about Lion King was I sat there, and this was like a couple days, maybe a week after I ended up spending the night here again.
Well, tell that story
Again.
first.
And we were playing Minecraft. We were listening to comedy things.
Yes, we spent the entire night just listening to comedians doing
Nice.
it and watching it on YouTube. Doing
Yeah.
it.
That's great.
Well, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, Zazu sounds really familiar.
It's Eddie Izzard, isn't it?
Nope.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
Rowan Atkinson.
Oh yeah.
And I just I picked up the table that I just flipped about Inspector Gadget. I immediately flipped it over again. I'm like, oh, Rowan Atkinson! I was calling him Owen Wilson.
Because next,
Rowan Atkinson! Everyone's like, who's that? I'm like, Mr. Bean. They immediately like flip the couch that we're sitting on and just like start kicking out windows for Mr.
Eddie
Bean.
Izzard does a surprisingly large amount of voice acting.
Yeah.
Like, the only one I could think of off the top of my head was he was the evil German guy in Cars 2.
Was he?
Yeah.
We were watching like comedians do shit, and we were starting to run low on good ones that I could find on YouTube.
Godfrey.
Oh,
The black
No,
one
no,
or
we
the
didn't- we didn't.
Aflac duck?
No, the black one.
Okay.
yeah, Godfrey. But we were running out of stuff that I could immediately think of, and I was like, we were halfway through one, and it wasn't super great, and I'm like, I know what we should have watched instead of this. Wesley, have you seen Rowan Atkinson's stand-up?
Rowan Atkinson. Juan. There can only be Rowan.
Oh my god, his stand-up is hysterical.
I
know.
know, it is amazing.
Considering everyone knows him as Mr. Bean and he hardly ever talks in that, you don't
Yeah.
think of him as an actually
Yeah.
funny guy when it comes to, like, speaking.
But I think that's what makes him more funny because people look at him so much as Mr. Bean and he just
Yeah.
makes funny faces.
I love how...
I love him in Johnny English.
I've never seen it.
He you know the movie Get Smart?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, only with him.
It's BBC Get Smart.
In which somebody just walks into a room and is like, I'm sorry, I'm just going to take
Yeah,
it
I'm
now.
sorry.
It is so much better,
Cheerio,
though.
crumpets and tea. God save the Queen! And he just walks out.
At the beginning of the second Johnny English movie, he's in a Buddhist monastery up in the Himalayas,
He's in a
training himself by dragging boulders by his balls.
Oh,
I remember that.
he's dragging boulders by his
Oh.
boulders.
Like, they tie a rope to it and then do a boulder, and you just see him across the screen, and is just dragging this rock. And then you see it later, and the rock is bigger. And then again, and then later,
He's dragging the rock. Can you smell what I'm cooking now, jabroni? No, I can't. My balls hurt.
The funniest thing I've seen in recent memory with Rowan Atkinson is during the London Olympics, during the opening ceremony, they were playing Chariots of Fire, and he was on the keyboard. He was just pressing one key over and over again. He was just going... like that.
Yeah.
See, visual humor. We can do visual humor now.
Visual humor.
Yeah! It's about time!
Watch Dave break his arm. Oh God.
Okay, enough of that.
Yeah.
Nope, that's too silly.
Speaking of The Rock, I didn't know that he hosted Saturday Night Live.
Did he?
It was a couple years ago. and one of the sketches that they did was Barack the Rock Obama, where I forget who does Obama on the show.
One time Obama played Obama.
Yeah, but they were preparing for a staff meeting, and I don't think it was Biden. He was forget what his name is. I don't think that he was supposed to be Biden, but he was some sort of like right hand man to Obama.
Okay.
He's just like Mr. President, you need to get upset. You need to start laying down the law. And he's like having a daydream, and then in the middle of this staff meeting, he just gets upset. His right hand man sitting there. Get upset, Mr. President. Just get upset. And he starts to get upset, and then he has like a Hulk transformation from Barack Obama to The Rock Obama, and he's just like he's sitting there in a ripped shirt and ripped pants, and then he takes people. He's like, I don't like you. He picks them up and he throws one guy out the window, and then he takes another one and he just drops her out the window, and then the last one is John McCain, and he's sitting there and he's like, so I'm just gonna do whatever you say, and I'm just gonna leave now. He gets up and The Rock Obama's like, no. He goes, you want me to go out the window? Yeah. He's like, okay, I'll just show myself out. And he throws himself out the window. And I forget, someone says, relax, it's only the first floor. And then I just started thinking, when did everyone think that the White House is more than one story?
Yeah, well, it is.
It is, but like all like the major offices are more than one story.
The one where Barack Obama plays Barack Obama. Yeah. It's like one of the intro things, and it's Tina Fey and Amy Poehler just talking to this guy in an Obama mask.
And Obama.
They think he's an imposter or something. They're like talking to him. He's not saying anything, and they're just like whatever. And he like pulls off his mask and he goes, "Live from New York, it's Saturday night." And I'm just like, oh my god! He just showed up. We thought he was Obama, but he's actually Obama.
I feel like sometimes Saturday Night Live makes you just high.
Oh.
I thought it was Obama, and it really was Obama.
I think you just fangirled over Obama being Obama.
I did.
Are you Obama some more?
Are you gonna write fan fiction about Obama now?
No, I'm done writing fan fiction. I did it once, and I will never do it again.
Speaking of movies and TV shows and such,
yeah.
I excel in this area.
I just want to say, last week we lost a very prominent actor.
Yes, we did.
More so than Philip Seymour Hoffman. But this time it wasn't my fault.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Oh, we lost Harold Ramis. He was Egon in Ghostbusters, and he was in a couple other Bill Murray movies. He was in Stripes and Caddyshack. But he's best known.
So he's
Egon.
got that going for him, which is nice.
I just wanted to clarify. It's not my fault. I did not kill him. So that's all I wanted to say about
Back to
that subject.
the whole thing about TV shows. We were talking about SpongeBob earlier.
Yes.
I have a story that I heard from work that I just have to relay to everyone here. Laying down the law.
Oh, God.
Are you going to play rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
Fire. It's fire.
1, 2, 3, go. Damn it! I always do paper first!
Well,
now everyone knows my secret!
Wes has been downloaded. So,
it's funny
you wouldn't
Is that a play on my name?
I just said that!
I'm sorry.
Yes, it totally was.
That's the greatest Lodia ever.
Yeah. You wouldn't think it from seeing all the people who work at the Anchor, which is the store that I work at my college.
It's just an anchor.
It's just yeah.
I work here.
He has to shape all of his pizzas into ship-related
Well,
things.
I do have to draw dicks on pizza.
What?
Okay, so my first day of work, I was making pizzas, and the guy who was instructing me how to make them, he's like, "You need to have 4 pepperonis on each slice." So I feel the best way to do that is just draw a dick. You got the 2 balls, and you got the 2 other pepperonis at the shaft, and there you go. And I was like, That's creepy, but also hilarious. I'm gonna start doing that. And
It is college. Nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently,
There's a dick on my pizza.
I'm
Well,
so
they eat it
sorry.
as it is.
I'm really sorry.
the girl eating is like, oh no, not again.
But we can't
First
talk
it
about
starts
what
with the
happens
fan
when you're
fiction, now
done
he's
with
drawing
dicks, or
dicks.
Stacy will leave.
Yeah, Stacy's not actually here.
Well, she's here. We're just not going to talk to her. Except for now.
Until I get my signs, then she's going to be the
I think she's
soundboard.
knitting me another blanket. It's chilly over here.
That's because you're up against the door.
Anyway,
It's
I
a-
found out that a
His
lot of
dick
my
pizza.
coworkers are like really heavy drinkers, but they don't look like it because they're in uniform. You wouldn't really think of much. So my
Because
supervisor,
really heavy drinkers are always naked.
exactly. Well, it goes into the store that I was told
Robin
by
Williams.
my what year is it? My supervisor was telling me about this story that this ordeal that occurred over the weekend when I was working. He didn't tell me what the guy's name is. He just referred to him as Rock Bottom. So what happened, he went to a house party, and all these people were, drinking, whatever, doing party things. And after a while, he goes up to, he and his girlfriend just go out of the room to just hang out or whatever. And they're just in their room watching
They're sawing
TV.
logs.
Exactly. They're in their room. What are you even doing?
Sword fighting.
Sword fighting? Oh, okay.
Penises. Penises.
They're watching TV or something, and all of a sudden they just hear coming from the bathroom, and they're like, "What is that?" This guy is wailing.
He's wailing. The whale's just coming out of the toilet.
It's fucking harpoon.
And the harpoon.
Yarr, call me Ishmael.
Was it you and me who did the whale thing?
Yeah, we did simultaneous whale calls.
But yeah, this guy is just crying his eyes out, and after like 5 minutes of this just constantly happening, he goes and he's like, "Okay, I better go check on whoever's in there." This guy is in the bathroom, naked, surrounded by puke, and crying. But when he stops crying, he starts quoting SpongeBob. He's just like sitting there like, "SpongeBob, you shouldn't drink so much. You need to get out of rock bottom." So he tried to like comfort him while this guy is naked and surrounded by puke.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. SpongeBob, you need to get out of rock bottom.
It'll be fine.
Everything will be okay.
It'll be. Oh God! It's on me.
Just
I would like to
SpongeBob, you need to get out of rock bottom and stop drinking so much. He's doing the voice of Mr. Krabs. He's not even in that episode. I was just like, I need to get drunk now
Oh God!
to observe some of these things.
Wes, how do you know if you're drunk?
You drink.
You start quoting SpongeBob.
That was probably the most prolific thing that I could have ever said. He looks at me straight face. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Wes, I've never been drunk before. How do you know if you're drunk? I just walk across the room, and I come back with a half a bottle of Southern Comfort. I'm like, you drank more. That's how you know.
That's great.
It was great.
I went to a party one time, and as soon as I walked in, I just had like this really bad feeling. I was like, this isn't gonna go well. And I had 2 of my friends, they're both girls, and I only knew like 1 or 2 people, and they're like, yeah, it's gonna be a big party, there's gonna be like, like 50 people there, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Because 50 people is a huge party.
For the size of the house that it's in, it was. It's only like an apartment.
It's Tori and Ryan's 2 bedroom,
It's
one
like-
bedroom, one everything else room.
I think we're a little cramped in here, Dave.
It's a tool
I don't know
shed.
why you would say that, Casey.
Hey, we're having a party in the tool shed.
My friend.
Come on out.
There was like 6 people standing on the toilet.
Standing on the toilet. Standing on the toilet.
Oh my god.
Now drink more.
Flush.
Oh, Mr. Krabs.
Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Can you feel it now?
I think he said that too.
No, I'm Patrick.
Can you feel it now?
Oh God, I'm dying.
He's doing like different voice. Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? No, this is Patrick. Ah! What is wrong with my life?
Oh God.
I'm in rock bottom. Continue with your story.
Oh, wait, I forgot we were doing...
I thought that was it.
No.
I went to a party at a tool shed once. Mr. Krabs was already throughout.
Tim Allen was there.
No, we go in and there's like 15 people and there's like 7 of them sitting on the couch and they're all just sitting there just staring. They're not even staring at anything specific, just like they all look like they were dead.
Well,
And I start hearing this screaming and I'm like, what the fuck? And I asked the guy, I was like, who's screaming? And he was just like, I don't know, man. He was like, there's some weird shit happening tonight. I'm like, what are you... I was like, I don't know if I want to stay here. And so I was like, well, at least you should find out, like, who's screaming. And he's just like, nah, man, I'm not going near that. And it's coming from the bathroom. I go in. There's a guy passed out, naked in the tub, sitting in the tub. This girl is... yeah, this girl is sitting on the side with her ass hanging over top of the guy's chest, screaming and taking a shit on his chest. And I was like, what kind of
Mr. Krabs?
Okay, that's going in my notes. Tara is not allowed to come back at all. It's just a bunch of fucking scribbles.
Let me see that. Let me see that.
you're breaking the rules!
You just broke like 3 rules.
I don't care.
I know. It's fine.
I've got diplomatic immunity.
I was like, okay. I was like, guys, I think we should leave. So we're trying to walk out. I see a guy start slowly taking the stuff out of the fridge, and I'm like, what are you doing? He was like,
human kidneys.
We're going to eat them! I'm a repo man. Who also performs satanic rituals in the basement of this tool shed.
Tool shed is a basement.
Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? I can feel it now, Mr. Krabs!
Texas is nothing. Texas is nothing.
Texas ain't real!
What'd you say about Texas?
The devil shows up. What'd you say about Texas?
I hit the wall because I'm laughing so hard.
Sandy the squirrel is the devil. Clear as what you're telling
We
me.
worst it here first, folks.
Yeah. What'd you say about Texas? I'm Patrick.
This is Patrick.
This is Patrick. I'm not a
What'd you say about Texas? No, I'm Dirty Dan.
I am not a Krusty Krab.
Oh my god, what is happening?
I don't know, but it's great.
So this guy takes everything out of the fridge, the shelves. He takes it out, and I've seen
You're
people
still
do
talking?
This. Yeah, I've seen people do this a few times now, where they take stuff out and they sit in the fridge. He sat in the fridge and just sat there, and he's like, "Have
He
you
sat
ever?"
in the fridge?
He just sat in the fridge, and he's like, "Have you ever thought about the meaning of life?" And I'm like, like what?
There's so much stoned here.
I would have said other things like, I wonder what it's like to be a penguin.
This pie feels cold on my balls.
And he was like, "Can you hand me that packet of cheese?" And it's like that sliced cheese, like the stuff that isn't really cheese.
Yeah, the fake
it's
cheese.
It's a disgrace to cheese mankind.
Cheese kind.
Cheese kind.
Man cheese kind.
And he was like, "Just hand me that cheese." And I'm like, "Sure." And I, like,
You got it.
Only Merrimack cheese can be offended by man cheese kind.
I hand him this cheese, he unwraps it, and Starley starts smacking himself in the face with, like, these little, like, swiggly pieces of cheese, and just starts smacking. I'm like, I'm gonna leave now.
I am a ham sandwich.
I am your sandwich.
Oh my god,
I
Mike
am
Valek's
your
joke.
sandwich.
Mike Valek's joke on Tuesday.
Oh my god. Go ahead. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done now.
Good.
I just want to tell you guys about this
Oh
guy
my god, that's ridiculous.
It was
I'm
the
glad you
weirdest
did.
thing
We got a
ever.
lot of laughs
Glad you're still alive.
out of our
Earlier
interjection.
in the week, we went to Angie's for their open mic night, and we saw the usual comedians come on, and one of them is Mike Valek, who, out of all of them, is probably the worst. And you can tell just because of this one joke he told. He's like, "So I hosted the Cove the other day," which is another comedy show. That was fun. I was getting all scared, and I was touching the wall. I'm like, wait, this wall's ribbed. What's wrong with this thing? It's like the condoms I have to wear. You know, I have to wear the ribbed condoms, because otherwise, if I don't, it's just like putting an earthworm in a ham sandwich. And everybody just like freezes for a second, and then starts laughing just because of how ridiculous that was.
And then when Keith got up, he says, "Valek, I feel like you're court sanctioned to wear those condoms."
I like him bashing on like. So they told you couldn't be racist anymore, but they didn't say anything about bashing queer.
Yeah, because he's like bashing on somebody else. He just goes, "Valek."
Yeah.
Where do I begin?
And then Riley and I were wearing they weren't matching, but we were
They
wearing
were
tuxedo.
similar.
We were wearing similar tuxedo T-shirts just because we felt like being fancy. And Valek just points us out. He's like, "Congratulations to the couple over here." And Riley puts his arm around me and we're like, "Yeah, I had the perfect opportunity." I'm like, "Fuck you, Valek!" I should have. I really
kissed
wanted
him.
to. I did kiss Riley because I just got too caught up in the moment. But yeah, he was.
I wish it was the first time you could have said that.
Yeah.
I just got caught up in the moment.
no.
That's my excuse.
No, fuck you. He kissed me on the lips.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You were there.
Things you learn about your older brother.
Yeah, it was over an ice cream sandwich.
Things that make you go,
Things that make you go.
Things
Can
that
you
make
feel it now?
Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
Oh god. But I thought it was fucking funny when Sherry goes up. I love Sherry to death. But
She's adorable, but it's not funny.
she gets up. It was right after the one of the new chicks.
Oh, yeah,
the lesbian chick. She goes, "Honey, I just wanted to let you know that the whole lesbian thing, that's my thing. You can't do that." She got legitimate laughs out of it. She got a decent pop out of it. She was surprised herself. She goes,
Yeah, she's like, "I think this is the first time I've ever got laughs."
no, she's like, "Oh my god, I haven't gotten a laugh this long since I did this." And she goes over to the wall. She's like, "Since I did this," and gets up on the wall. She's like planking the wall.
Yeah.
And then she got like half as much laughter out of it. She's like, "Yeah, it was funnier the first time." And then she starts talking about something else, and we're like legitimately laughing at what she's saying. She goes, "Well, shit, I don't even need this anymore." She has her set list behind her. She goes, "Wait, I totally need that." She's like fumbling around in the dark behind the stage trying to find her book because her girlfriend took her glasses. She's like, she thought it would be funny, but it's not because I can't read.
Courage, I can't hear you without my glasses.
Yeah.
It turns out her girlfriend was right. She was funnier without her glasses.
Yeah.
So, just the other day, I found out that leopards sound like motorcycles.
Do they?
Yeah, I even have a sound clip if you want to hear it.
Okay.
I don't remember where I heard this, but the moment I did, I had to look it up, and I found this video of a guy petting a leopard, and this is what it sounds like.
Man.
Speed sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's revving. He's sitting on its back and holding on to its ears.
Maybe it likes it rough.
It's
sounds
a
like
cat,
platypus.
Kyle. It's a cat.
Not sure if he's riding a vibrator or a motorcycle.
And I feel like it's not even a cat because you just hear the breaths in between.
Yeah. I just think that's funny. Your thoughts on that?
Sounds like me when I'm asleep.
It sounds like my dog when he's asleep.
I would totally ride a leopard.
I sleep like a bear.
I'm
Hold
sorry,
up,
would you
hold
like
up.
to say that again?
Hold up. Shit.
I would totally ride a leopard.
I would totally love to shit on the chest of a leopard.
Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
In a
I just want to
bathtub.
know who was petting, like, who's ballsy enough to pet a leopard. Like,
It was
is
the
no
guy's
one-
leopard. The guy owned a leopard.
How does one come to own a leopard?
I don't know.
Well, there's actually a family in Africa that owns and takes care of a baby hippo.
That would be
That-
perfect for me. I would love that job.
Hippos are
That
dangerous.
is-
At some point, it's going to have to stop being a baby hippo
Yeah.
and be an adult.
They've
And it's
already
gonna
be like a
already had to
regular
refurbish their house to let it get through the doors.
I'm just too fat. I can't
So,
get
all their exterior and interior doors are now garage doors. Their house is just four walls
They're
of garage
the only
doors.
African house with a 2-car garage. But it's
Yeah.
only for the hippo.
But
In the back.
you would never fuck with those people because they have the best guard dog on the face of the planet.
I feel like that's
Hippos,
gonna be me.
hippos are the
After
most territorial
Luke gets
creatures on the
trained.
face of the planet.
And they're the most dangerous.
More people have died from hippo attacks than almost any other animal.
Yeah.
Well,
Goddamn.
Tara and I were talking the other day, and I suggested
Get him
that
a
we...
clumsy hippo.
Yeah, Dikembe Mukwamzo or whatever his name is.
I suggested that we should move to Canada and we can have our own...
Why do you
moose.
always
I
suggest
don't
about...
wanna move
I don't
Canada.
know,
No one
because-
likes Canada. They have stupid bacon.
All right, you know
the
what?
land is fake. And you know what? I don't like getting sticky. And they have maple syrup, and syrup makes you sticky. I don't like it. That's why I don't like it.
Do you care to take another shot at that? Please,
Please don't say shot.
for my sake, please try again.
I don't like. There's no good way to. I don't like when my hands are sticky. I don't like getting syrup. Like little kids are always sticky. I hate it. Like what
This
do you
is officially
do
turning
when
into
you get
family
so
therapy.
sticky?
Wesley, this is going to become an intervention instead of a podcast.
Kids are always
I'm-
sticky. Tara, 2014.
I'm
not 14.
so
I
done.
said 2014.
I'm
I was
so
like-
done with this. 1914.
A fine year.
That's the greatest year ever.
That was probably the stickiest year.
I remember that year. Maple syrup wall to wall, except on me. I was covered in semen.
And by
That was
that,
an intervention.
they had just come back from the war.
But seriously, think about it. Okay, would you rather, like, in the immediate area, you don't want to be an American anymore for whatever reason?
Why would I not want to be an American?
Just for whatever
Why would I
reason.
not want to be American?
Whatever reason.
Fine, then I'm gonna be Spanish. I'm gonna be Spanish Rosa.
So, you just gonna grow out your arm hair hit? You're just gonna grow up pears out of your arm?
Is he riding a leopard?
He's starting a leopard. You can either be,
Just crank the tail.
no
and
offense,
sit
we
on
used
it.
to have a Mexican.
Oh my
You
god.
can either be Mexican and poor, or you can be Canadian and happy.
No, Canadians are not happy. They just think they're happy because they don't know what real life is because they're always sticky. You don't know what true happiness is until you're not sticky.
They have moose, damn it!
They've got
Nobody
moose.
wants to move.
I want to ride a moose!
They have amazing ham. They call it bacon, but it's ham.
It's not amazing.
I just love how the stereotype of Canadians, and is actually sort of true, that they're just always polite and nice to
Yeah.
everyone. But goddamn, when it comes to hockey,
Yeah, oh yeah.
because I go on,
They
I go
will
on,
beat you in the face.
I go on Imager Reddit a lot, and when the Olympics ended and after they had won the gold in hockey, they're just talking shit the whole time. What's that, America? We can't hear you over a gold medal! Like, jeez, calm down! What were you expecting?
It's like a role reversal.
Honestly, what were you expecting? Did you expect Zimbabwe to come out of nowhere and win the gold in hockey?
Oh god.
That was
Chalk on up for racism! But seriously, like, I
We
found
clicked it here first.
I found pictures online, like Canadian knock-knock joke. You want to hear a knock-knock joke?
Oh,
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Sure. Knock-knock. Who's there? Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. And then like
National healthcare.
Canadian protests. It's just a bunch of people with different signs. I'm sorry for racism, me. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for religion being bad. Sorry for bad things in general.
I saw some Canadian graffiti on.
He's in a straight jacket.
I am. I saw some Canadian graffiti on a mailbox once on a picture, and
The F word.
It said, "I'm generally concerned with the state of our government currently."
Hey, you should knock that off, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not like "fuck you, Quebec." It's just, oh, they're nice people, but you know, they're French. I don't know why I sound like Kermit the Frog all of a sudden.
I do that. I end up doing that too. It's like,
oh, that's perfect because you're Kermit the Frog and you eat bacon.
No.
Kermit the Frog and Miss
Ruining
Piggy.
childhood.
I forget where I saw it.
Ew.
But I saw a joke about Kermit the Frog running.
Kermit the Frog.
Frog. Running a butcher shop.
I'm sorry, what?
I forget where it was. I saw an animation of Kermit the Frog owning and running a butcher shop.
Okay.
He dates a pig.
Yes.
We've
It's
already
ironic.
established this.
Okay.
We've established this.
Okay.
I can just imagine like Canadian graffiti, like some kids just like go up and like spray paint someone's mailbox, like these are nice people, and they come out to get their mail. I was like, oh, that's nice of them. We appreciate that. Oh, they left us a gift basket of maple syrup.
I'm not gonna
Oh
wash
my
that
God,
off for
no.
2 days.
I can eat pancakes for weeks. I was what?
I wonder if they like put syrup on their ham and ride their moose around.
Probably. I would.
So you'd ride around with syrup on your ham.
I
riding
would.
a
Oh, I
little-
thought you said ham.
Yeah, I said ham.
But you're talking about hand.
No.
I
The
would.
fuck are you talking
ham.
about?
Put ham on your hand. Now put syrup on it. Now ride around eating your ham.
What
I'm
are you
all for
talking
this.
about? I'm
With
confused.
You make me want to move to Canada now.
Why does anyone want to live in Canada?
Nice people, good food, and
They
meat.
have Justin Bieber. They gave us. It's like giving somebody an STD.
This is why we want to move to Canada, because they no longer have him to worry about.
No, he might get deported.
He
Canada-
probably
Crossing
won't.
my fingers.
Canada-
No, he won't because Canada won gold in the hockey thing.
Canada is a big
In the hockey court.
I won't run into
hockey
him.
court.
Okay, whoever loses keeps Justin Bieber.
Exactly.
That's how it's going.
Exactly.
Better idea. I want to be a Canadian Mountie, and I'll beat the shit out of Justin Bieber for them
Okay.
while eating my ham-riding moose. Meese.
Covered in syrup.
Sure.
While eating ham while riding your moose. And you just made it sound like your moose eats ham, which is probably true. But you gotta eat the ham too. Just to clarify.
Their mooses run off of maple syrup and ham.
They just
Their
have,
ranch dressing.
like,
is-
instead of
is
gas
syrup.
stations, it's syrup stations. And you just look.
Kind of like live the moose.
We
in
are
Malibu.
incredibly racist right now.
Okay,
Canadians
okay,
aren't a
Canadians is not a
race.
race.
It's a country and it's close enough.
They're
okay.
French. We could make fun of the French, but that's still not a race. That's a nationality.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
the
being
French suck
incredibly
anyway.
nationalistic.
Yeah. And I could just imagine like a Canadian guy
Nationalist.
Yeah.
pulling up to a syrup station on his moose. Okay, Mr. Chives, it's time for a fuel up now. Open up. And just sticks a pump in its mouth.
It just goes.
Yeah, it sticks a pump in its mouth. And
No,
it starts,
no. It's feeding bags, but it's chopped up ham and syrup mixed together, so it just gets it all in one
I'm
go.
hungry now.
For syrup ham?
For syrup ham.
It's just
Syrup
too much.
ham. I don't say syrup.
Syrup.
Syrup?
Syrup.
Scissor.
Syrup.
I don't know what the
Chicken
fuck scissor
scissors.
is, but I'm gonna have a lot of it.
I'm having an unlimited supply.
We're gonna go back to Tuesday night at Angie's.
Oh, we're not done with that yet?
No, because
Oh,
I had
thing.
to bring up the scissor thing that Gary said. During Gary's set, there was a black chick. I'm pretty sure she's a new
Yeah,
audience
that
member.
first joke
Yeah.
you told. And she's like, that's racist.
He just calls her out. Apparently, we've never met before. It's about to get a lot better.
Yeah, he's like, you have no idea.
It was great.
Yeah.
And then the whole scissor thing is, I just want to be a rapper. because I can have strippers
Yeah.
and scissor. I don't know what the fuck scissor is, but I'm gonna have a lot of it.
There's a comedian that he's a dwarf and he absolutely hates deaf people. He's like, people don't make fun of deaf people enough.
people got
No reason to hear.
Is it Brian Williams?
I think so, actually.
Vern Troyer.
No.
Laverne and Shirley.
He's
LeVar Burton.
hilarious.
He makes
Ron
jokes about
James.
people confusing him for Wee Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Brian Williams. He's pretty funny.
he is. And he hates deaf people. Like, he has a really... Like, a dwarf... I never thought that dwarfs and deaf people were such big enemies, but apparently...
Goddamn.
Well, you know,
Deaf people.
1,000
Always
years
being deaf
ago,
and shit.
the dwarves and deaf people lived in perfect harmony.
Yeah.
Then everything changed
Changed
when
when
the
the
Fire
Fire
Nation
Nation
attacked.
And my ass.
And all of a sudden, there's this great deaf people dwarf schism.
Family feud.
Scissor!
Scissor.
Let's play the feud with our family of dwarves and the family of deaf people. Can somebody get their attention? They didn't hear me the first time.
Somebody give me...
What's going on? Where am I? Fuck you, deaf people. I can say that because you can't hear me.
And it comes up on the teleprompter anyway.
We have a teleprompter?
Yes.
Well, that would have been fantastic.
Damn.
I feel like I wouldn't have said that I'm getting sticky then.
You brought it up again, so...
In writing forever.
Because it's just, I can't. I'm unable to even.
Now it's time for a history lesson.
I love history.
No.
No, this is actually funny and interesting.
You
about-
read it, I lived it.
It's about Captain Morgan.
Okay.
So when Port Royal existed in Jamaica, it sank because of an earthquake. But when it existed, there was this tavern. And I learned this in my archaeology class. That's how I wanted to talk.
They
about
dug up the booze.
it. Thanks, truck.
No problem.
That's Canadian. Bird fancy.
First of all, you guys all know that Captain Morgan was a real person, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Henry Morgan. He was born an indentured servant, and he just built his way
He was
up.
born in dentures.
He was born with dentures in his mouth.
I'm the captain of the great.
And he built his way up to being a pirate, and then getting hired by.
He never had to worry about scurvy.
Yeah, he was hired by the British to take various things for them.
So he's not a pirate, he's
And
a
he became-
privateer.
Yes, he became knighted and everything. But what he would do whenever he'd come back from all of these ventures, raping and pillaging, but mostly
Of
pillaging.
pirateering. You have politically correct. It's pirateering.
Yeah, pirateering.
Privateering.
Privateering.
Pyrotechnics.
That one.
Pyrotechnics! You have to say it like that.
Out in the middle of the ocean. Goosh!
Oh, there's a guitar in the back.
Fucking wild man.
Everybody
guy out
He
there.
gets so excited he rips his dentures out and throws them in the sea.
There's some mackerel floating around and just like eating so he's like got big old human teeth inside of a mackerel.
It's like one of them wind-up twists.
He's like, guys, my history lesson is going.
Yeah, this is a
I'm
great
sorry.
history lesson. What he would do after he would be done privateering for a while, he would go to this one tavern in Port Royal, Jamaica, and he would get a keg of wine and bring it out to the center of the road, because the only way you could pass from one end of the island to the other was through this one road. So he would just sit there with a barrel of wine and a gun, and anybody who walked by, he would go, "Drink to my health," and if they would drink to his health, he would let them go. And if they were like, "Fuck you, you're drunk," he would shoot them.
Okay.
And that's what he would do.
Privateers know best.
Yes, they do.
Can we do that?
Yes.
Do a drunken
No.
pass.
No.
Just sit in the middle of Route 30 and just get drunk.
Yeah.
Stop all the cars. Hey, drink to my health. Fuck you.
Just sit there with paintball guns.
Paintball guns. Yeah.
No, I want to use my musket.
Fill your musket with paintball gun.
It won't fit. I don't know how to do
I have a
this.
paintball gun.
A musket gun.
Goosh!
Goosh.
My eye!
I can't see.
I can't do anything.
He got the seizures.
He got the seizures.
How long have we been going for?
Oh,
Not long enough.
Hour.
Just an hour just now? How about that?
Like I said, not
I'm on my
long
way to
enough.
being famous, guys.
Are you
Got to
really?
tell, yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because there's
Yay.
this actress stay. Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So you're getting too aggressive.
I'm not that
Not
famous.
to burst your bubble, but we're already kind of famous to begin
we're
with,
not.
so
I'm blessed to be.
People
in your
know me as
presence.
Other Dave.
yeah.
Wow! Oh my God! You're Other Dave?
I am. Other
Wow! Oh my God! Can I sign my hand?
Dave. Yeah.
Yeah,
Other
wow,
Dave.
thanks.
Fuck you, Other
Just be
Dave.
careful, it's sticky.
Sorry,
God.
sorry about that.
I'm
You
done.
know, privileges of being Other Dave. Okay, so
all
how
that.
did you want that?
Callbacks.
But there's.
Can you
there's-
feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
More
I
callbacks.
do. I don't like it.
Full circle.
I don't like the sticky sensation. But there's there's these two actresses that are staying at my hotel, and
You own a hotel?
I work at
You
the
must be
hotel. Okay,
really
at the
famous.
hotel.
You have a
I work
hotel.
at.
Emily has her own school.
Can I get something?
No, Other Dave.
You get
Be quiet.
stickiness and lots of scissor and syrup, maple syrup.
My dreams have come true.
When you wish upon
a star.
No.
It's no difference where you are. Riboflavin. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sing in front of the great Wizard of Oz.
Well, they
Still talking?
all I said was there's these actresses staying at my hotel. And then
That's all we need to know.
Everyone went on this.
Who are they?
I don't.
We're sorry. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Like somebody walks in on, like they're interviewing before he goes on stage to perform in front of the judges. He's just like, I see dead people.
Thank you. Welcome to the bar.
Wow.
Ghost of Bob Marley, come on down!
Oh no!
This is starting to sound less and less like a GroupCast and more like a cult. With your Canadian bacon and syrup and mousses.
We are a cult.
And your
Sorry to
tater
break it.
salad
Can
and
you
egg
feel it
salad.
going?
Welcome to the barn.
One love. This is the ghost of Bob Marley. So, another piece of news that I found out about. Someone has taken the time to take the entire game Plumbers Don't Wear Ties on the 3DO and turn it into a set of YouTube videos that are controlled by annotations.
Okay.
So, you know about that game, right?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I am familiar.
You know
with that
about it.
game.
No one cares.
To be quite frank, you know, like it's one of the it's not really like a video game. It's more like one of those like DVD games you get on the bonus features of a DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want this to happen, press this button. But it's so terrible because, first of all, like, you have the voices in the background, but it's just pictures, and then they just, like, throw in random MS Paint drawings all over the certain scenes, and it's just really creepy. Like, a girl gets seduced by her boss, and it's just awkward and creepy. So someone took that entire game. First of all, it has nothing to do with plumbers. But I should point out. At one point, the main character wears a tie and he starts singing around, but that's the only time you ever see a tie. He's not even a plumber. What? But someone took that entire game, like the scenes and everything, and put it on YouTube. So whenever there's a choice you have to make, you click the annotations. And it's funny that you would take probably the worst game ever and just stick that on YouTube.
I think that it's more time consuming because you would have to play through every possible option.
I'm not gonna lie, I've sat there and done interactive YouTube videos.
Yeah.
They're kind of, I don't know, I'm just like, what is this even gonna be like? And then I try it and I'm like, why did I just waste like half of my life on this stupid thing?
That's why when I do them, I watch the whole thing first without pressing any buttons.
Yeah.
And then see how much sense it makes. I'm like, okay, I like that option. We'll go back. We'll play it from there. So I do it backwards.
I don't do them at all.
There's a video that
I'm in his boat.
this girl
Are you in a
showed
boat?
Because we're Dave.
You're on a couch.
This is now my boat.
The Dave boat.
Dave boat. Every time
I don't know if I want to be on
It's
the
like a
Dave boat. I
shittier
don't know how I
version of
feel
the
about
Love
this.
Boat.
Love Shack, baby.
Don't rock the boat,
baby.
Dave.
Oh man.
Oh god. So, my brother and I were having a conversation the other day.
Yeah.
It was actually really well happening. We don't normally have
It's because he has a mustache.
yeah, we don't have real conversations. But he was watching NFL AM on the NFL Network, and he was yelling at it.
Where even though football season's over, we still get to talk about football.
Yeah, and I was in the other room. I was working on show stuff, and he comes back. He's like, "What's wrong with NFL?" I'm like, "I don't know. What is wrong?" And he goes on to explain to me that now using the N-word on the field, if a referee hears you in any instance, it will now be considered a personal foul.
Wow.
So if it's a celebration of any sort, like you just got a touchdown or just sacked the quarterback or some shit, and your friend who is also your teammate comes up, it's like, yeah, my nigga, all that shit, and they chest bump or whatever. If there's a referee in earshot of that, they'll throw a flag, personal foul. Or if it's in a huddle, and they're like, okay,
I feel
nigga.
like that happens every other
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
So
And
that could be a problem.
yeah, it's or
just
Ten,
have to-
10-yard penalty.
they'll have-
10-yard penalty.
they'll have to
They're
re-
outside the stadium.
They'll have to replace the referees with Oprah. You get a penalty, and you get a penalty.
yeah.
You're all getting penalties.
The most they're
She's
gonna
doing magic, pulling them out of her.
the most they're
Oh,
gonna
wait, there.
No, they have to pull it out of her hair.
the most they're gonna crack down on is online, on the line slurs.
Yeah.
Like when you have linemen.
Die.
Yeah, when you have linemen up against each other and they're just staring each other down and they're like, nigga, you gonna die. It's like, all right, that's a flag, that's uncalled for. That's okay.
That's fun though. Trash
That's-
talking makes it
I know.
fun.
And what I
I'm
think
gonna
Because
get
eventually
you.
football is going to turn into gladiator matches.
Yeah.
You'll see. It's going to happen.
I think what's happening is they're
It's family friendly.
they're I don't want to sound terrible. Just talking about it makes me sound terrible. But
NFL football, a family picture.
I think they're overprotecting black people from themselves.
All right.
because it's-
Was this your fault too?
No,
Probably.
it's still okay for them to run around and call white people crackers on field. But the second you call a black guy calls another black guy nigga in any form or fashion, it's just terrible. But
That's terrible.
there's a difference. Like I keep saying, there's a difference between my nigga and that nigga over there. There's a difference. So if it's like that nigga over there, that's 10-yard penalty because that's uncalled for. But if I'm talking to my nigga about something, then I'm talking to my nigga about something.
But at what point did we all become black?
I don't know.
Refer to Frank Caliendo's joke about spatial relations.
Yeah. But it's getting kind of ridiculous. But it's also interesting at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that.
Wesley, you had another thing we were going to talk about.
No, I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Yes, we're going to talk.
No, I'm not going
we're
to talk about it
talking
anymore because I crossed it off my
Well, now
list.
you have to
talking
talk
about it.
I knew you were going to do this. I already talked about it. I don't want to talk about it
We're
anymore.
talking
No, I
about
don't want
You
to talk
guys,
about
this
it
is a
anymore.
family group session. We need to
Family session.
it. We have to express
We
our
have to
feelings.
talk about.
I have no
things
more
we
feelings
don't
about
want
it.
to talk about.
I got all my feelings out.
I never had no feelings.
I never had-
We spent Thursday into Friday night
Fuck
sleeping
you!
over at Riley's house, which was
Did you guys
awesome.
all cuddle?
No. It was awesome
Why
because
do I
when we
always
got there,
miss this stuff?
Jaden donated his beds to me and Wes.
Okay.
So he slept on the Batman bed and I had the Spider-Man bed.
Yes.
I come over the house.
Why does he have 2 beds?
I don't know, because
He's got 2 beds.
Is it bunk beds?
No, it was mattresses. They put them in the floor in the little corner and we were just laying there. So it was like 1 in the morning and Wes is here, I'm here, and Riley's in his room with the doors open. So
I'm experiencing male problems where it's not so much unattractive.
Hold on. Terry, you might want to not pay attention to
No, I don't really care.
Oh my God.
I don't really care. I just don't see naked women as just naked women anymore. It's just, okay, that's there. And
Are you turning gay?
No. Like, I still find them attractive, but it's just like, okay, it's there.
Oh, those are boobs? That's nice. I don't understand.
Exactly.
Can someone please explain to me why boobs are attractive? It's sacks of fat that bounce around. It's gross. Girls don't like balls. Why do you like boobs? I don't understand.
Men are easily
gross.
entertained.
I'm thinking it's
It doesn't make sense.
deep...
Men are easily
Exactly.
entertained.
If you want my personal opinion as to why that is, it's probably
So you can
just some deep
Yeah.
set attraction.
Yeah.
Also, the need to be entertained.
And butts. Butts are fat too. The more you eat, the bigger butt you get. Everyone's like, oh, I love that big butt. Yeah, you know what's in that big butt? A bunch of Big Macs. It's gross.
You know what comes
It's
out of
jiggly.
that butt? Shit.
Yes.
Just like everyone else.
It's gross.
Yeah.
Boobs and butts
Well-
and balls
well,
and
like-
everything is gross. People
Balls are not
gross.
sacks of
People
fat.
are gross
Yeah.
in general.
No,
Yeah.
but
Haven't
the
you
sex
realized
these
that?
nastier things.
Yeah.
We should just have
Well-
sex with aliens. They're probably more attractive anyway.
Well,
I feel like
like-
aliens would be really squishy. Like they'd feel like they would.
That's
have, like,
racist.
Oh, hey, hold on! Whoa,
That's
no!
xenophobic.
Whoa, all right, back to Soul Train Up, Don Cornelius.
She's afraid
You're talking about how asses and tits are just squishy balls of fat, and all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, I'd rather have sex with an alien. They're squishy too,
They're probably
just like
sticky.
everything else.
They're
Yeah,
probably
they're
I didn't
probably
say that I
sticky.
would rather have sex with aliens. He said,
You're
why don't
making
we
it
just have
sound
sex?
like it.
No, I'm just saying. I feel like they'd be really squishy too. They'd feel like
I think you're just
stingrays.
I love how this is the
Like
thing that you put
stingrays?
thought into.
Have you ever touched a stingray before?
Yeah, I have.
I don't
Have
believe
you ever
it.
touched an alien?
All the time. I have sex with them all the time.
I'm done. I'm fucking done. You can walk the fuck
Can you
home.
continue with your
Their
story?
giant
God.
eyes and squishy
Yeah,
bellies.
that was basically it.
No, there was
This
more
is taking it dark.
About
No,
what?
it was-
about our conversation evolution.
No, I'm not going to talk about that. What the fuck? Do you really have that many problems at home that you have to talk about sex life on here?
Not that one.
No
the
one
other
wants
one.
to hear that.
The other one.
I don't know what the other one was.
We were talking about porn for like an hour and a half.
That's another thing. Guys watch porn together. That's disgusting.
No, we weren't doing that. We were talking
I'm just
about like
saying.
different types of porn.
Oh yeah, we talk about that on the show to begin with anyway. That's
We've all-
nothing new.
So far that I remember, we've only gone across.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like this is going in a bad
But
path.
Dave, I think you should save us by
I
telling
got-
the story you want.
I made a joke to Wes
Want
because
tater
he was
salad?
talking about
Well, I'm
how
gonna call him egg salad. I got tater
how
salad.
he no longer saw
There's a
naked
reason
women
for the egg
as
salad.
attractive because they're naked. I was like, so I asked him, so does that mean when you watch porn you don't watch normal stuff? You have to watch freaky stuff? He was like,
Alien
define
porn.
freaky stuff.
Alien porn.
Because everyone has a different definition of weird, and his descriptions would be like bondage and fetishes. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's weird shit. No, I'm not into that because I don't see the need for it. Because I don't specifically like feet, and I don't understand why anyone would tie up someone's tits and like get shits and giggles out of it. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
It's weird.
You get to practice your knot time.
Get to practice my knot time.
Hold on, I need my new badge
Okay,
for
all
Boy
right, hold on.
Scouts.
So, can we now reclassify bondage porn as Boy Scout porn?
Well, I had to do a lot of knot tying in my firefighting.
We had to do a lot of
You
nut
say
tying.
nut
Nut
I
time.
said not, but yeah, nut tying.
Ouch.
You gotta soften
That
them
is
up so you
that
can
is the
stretch
purest
them out.
definition of bondage ever. Ouch!
Yeah.
Come on, tater salad. Let's go.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Save me.
switching gears for a second.
Switching gears.
Back
on
into a good
on
path.
more of the vein of sandwiches and
Sandwiches.
so much stuff and food and work and whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Do you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
The people that I get in my Subway are
crazy people in my Subway. Sorry.
Are
Emily's
stupid.
school.
It's mind-boggling. Okay.
Why don't I have things? You have
My
a Subway.
hotel.
You have a Subway. You
No,
have a
I
Subway.
don't have a Subway.
You have a Subway. Everybody gets Subway.
Everyone in this room can have a Subway and get
I'm
it.
fucking done. I'm so done.
You're weird.
I
You
just
have a beard.
can't.
That's your
I
thing.
know. Because people can't. I'm done. Fuck it. I don't care.
You
I
broke a rule.
I don't care.
You broke the rule.
I don't care.
Yes.
Continue.
Hello, Wesley. How are you doing?
Mine was the story that launched Wes from the
I
show.
have a personality disorder. I'm too many people.
He's other Dean, he's Kyle, other Wesley.
All right.
Anyways.
Go ahead. I want to hear this.
All right. So we get a lot of people who come in here and ask stupid questions.
In
By
the
far, not in this barn, in
it
a
happens.
Subway.
I want to
In a
hear
Subway
this because he was
over
alluding
yonder.
to it earlier, and I want to know.
At my Subway. So this Mexican guy comes in. He, gets his stuff. I'm working down at the register. And right above me, mind you, is a giant fucking poster of an egg salad sub. It has...
I'm so glad I decided to call you egg salad guy.
I thought that you were doing that for a reason. But no, that was a coincidence?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
It was that good.
I am freaking out right now. Anyways.
Woo! Stephen Hawking.
I'm a black guy. I can dance. I'm a nigga.
All right, you can calm down now.
Anyways, so this guy comes down. He's got 2 subs with him. He pays for his shit, and he's about to leave. He looks up at the poster behind me. Mind you, giant fucking picture of an egg salad sandwich. Underneath of it, in bold red letters, egg salad. He looks at me.
Hey, dog, what the fuck is that?
He looks at me square in the face and asks, "Is that popcorn on that sub?" There was a split second in my mind where there were 2 versions of me. There was one who was like, "Dude, call him out on this. He's a fucking idiot. You got to call him out on this." And then there was another one who's like, "No. You need this job. You need this money.
Selling
Don't
the
say
popcorn
anything."
sandwich. Selling the popcorn
Put
sandwich.
popcorn on it.
And I literally stand there for a split second. I'm just staring at it. I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
I had this existential moment where I'm just like, I am working at a Subway right now. I could be doing so much more right now, but I'm working at a Subway. I'm like, no. That is an egg salad sandwich. He goes, oh. Still stone-faced, walks the fuck out. Just like absolutely nothing happened.
There's 2 things that annoy me about where I work. I work at a similar place in which I have to sometimes make subs for people. The other day, we were swamped because we get, just like at just about any other restaurant, we get rushes of various people at certain times. During the lunch rush, which I work at, normally we have like at least 10 different orders on deck ready to be made. And usually we can get through it in a pretty decent amount of time. But this one guy literally ordered everything on the sandwich. So, first of all, we had to Doc McStuffins in it. Everything that we could get in there.
Oh, God.
We did.
Yeah.
It was a dirty, greasy sexual experience.
I found this cat. What should we do with it? Put it in the sandwich.
He ordered everything and put it in there.
I want that cat that's out in the alley.
Somebody just threw it in the bathroom. Collect it. We need it in the sandwich.
And that
And then there's always this one person who walks in and orders the very most specific things. For example, one time she asked for a chicken sandwich. She wanted only the bread to be toasted and the pickles.
And the chicken raw.
Ew.
She wanted the chicken as it was, but the pickles and the bread to be toasted only. Another time,
It's gross.
she said, I want a sub, and I want this on it, and I want you to cook everything except for all of your mayonnaise and all the other stuff on it. But the main thing that really annoys me at my place of business,
So what really grinds your gears?
yes,
Please tell me how you really feel.
there is an oven in the kitchen, and it's one of those.
There's a bun in it.
Yes. it's supposedly like state of the art, and it's got a touch screen, and it's got you can like put in the times to cook various things because we have to cook a lot of different things in that oven. The way you know that it's done is it plays "We Wish You a Merry Christmas."
What?
They programmed it right before Christmas break, so like somewhere in between November and December. They'd programmed it to play that song whenever it was heated up and ready to cook stuff, but they can't figure out how to make it not play that. So every time I'm working in the kitchen, which is every Sunday, at least 10 times during my shift, I'll just hear... Ah! It's March now! We don't need this!
You have to sing it in tongues.
What does that
He's
mean
having a seizure.
exactly?
In
You,
tongues?
you have to do like demonic. You know how
Gibberish?
like gibberish,
Yeah.
and just creep out your coworkers, or you can just interject voices.
Swallow your tongue. While doing it.
Recently, I started watching a live stream of someone playing The Sims, and I learned that all the songs that they play are real songs, but they hire the artists to re-record their songs speaking gibberish. The funniest one is a song by Luke Bryan,
Oh my god.
and it's Luke Bryan singing.
See, in like the sim language, right?
So you just get them to be more of themselves.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like Hootie and the Blowfish would be like
What does that even mean?
I feel like Hootie and the Blowfish would be like the number one artist.
They don't need to
Yeah, they
change
don't
their
even
name.
check.
The Pearl Jam.
Yeah. I may have a hangover.
I wanna win again.
Or Michael McDonald.
Or yeah, I forgot who Michael McDonald was there for a second.
I forget who he is too.
Friggin' who else would go into that under that?
Randy Newman.
Dave
Louis Armstrong.
Dave Matthews.
Dave
Louis
Armstrong.
Yeah.
Reanimate Louis Armstrong from the dead and have him be more Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, like. Because he's a zombie. He has to sound
Wait,
like
hold
guttural.
on. Does that mean that Louis Armstrong was just a reanimated corpse while he was popping corpse?
Why is he turning into Riley now?
makes sense.
Was he a reanimated corpse when he was popular? Because
Yes.
that's how he sounds.
Yes, he was brought back by a voodoo
He's-
witch doctor.
He just sounds.
This is the part of the show where we make noises.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boobies.
Sacks of fat.
Saxophone.
It's a running joke that we
Saxophone.
believe that Chewbacca is only ever yelling about boobs.
Fat sack.
Hello? Saxophone?
Oh, God.
The internet is weird.
It is.
And that's why we like it.
I think you guys are on the internet too much.
I
Yeah, I
kind
think
of
so.
like being on the
completely agree with that
couch.
statement.
Like, I still want my chair back, like, next week. But I kind of like being on the couch. It just makes me feel more a part of
Couch things.
I'm sitting on a
Couch
lawn
things.
chair looking thing.
There's
So,
other ones that we could find for you.
that would be nice.
I didn't think that you would
He
want to
has
sit
to sit on the
cold-
floor.
They're really, really colorful.
Yeah!
Okay, they're on the other side of the box.
Yeah! I think we can end off the show now because I think we've reached the end of the internet.
I don't know.
We're almost in the hour and a half.
The end of the
We're making guttural utterances.
But
Gutters!
This is the part they want to see.
I'm installing gutters!
Guttural utterances, or you guessed it, gutterances.
Gutbusters.
Gut wrenches.
Ghostbusters.
Now we're sad. Thank you. Thanks, Dave.
Philosophical bears.
Because Egon is now haunting Bill Murray.
Don't look at me like that.
It wasn't my fault. I just want to make that perfectly clear. It was probably my fault for Philip
It's my
Seymour
fault for
Hoffman.
Christmas.
Yes, it was probably my fault for Philip Seymour Hoffman. It is not my fault that Harold Ramis died. Died. I didn't even know what his name was. I just thought it was Egon. Jesus, leave me alone. Bird Jesus.
All right.
Speaking
Oh
of
my
which,
god, no.
Twitch-
Save me, Bird Jesus.
Twitch plays
They
Pokemon.
finished it.
I saw that.
It took them 16 days.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And it was kind of coincidental. I decided to like find out what exactly Twitch Plays Pokemon was last night.
I had to talk.
And then
I was
sometime
going to
this
talk about
morning-
it.
They announced that they finish it.
Yep, they're starting something new in tomorrow. I think tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it going to be another Pokemon game?
I don't know.
I
Their
think it
their final team was
I think it
the
should be like
Helix
Street
Fossil
Fighter
turned
or
into
the
Amistar.
Yeah.
arcade version of X-Men and stuff.
They had okay, so they had Omastar, otherwise known as the Helix Fossil, who became their god for some reason.
Yeah.
Then there was Bird Jesus, the Pidgeot.
Well,
whatever
because
you
he
wanna call it.
probably
I
looks
found
and
out
reminds you
why
of Cthulhu.
why Bird Jesus is a thing. I found out why because they praised the Helix fossil.
Yeah.
And they were doing something. They needed swim. I think.
Swim.
Yeah. Or
Alright. Surf.
surf. That's what it is. I forget. You know how long it's been since I played Pokemon?
I
Like
played Pokemon yesterday.
6 months.
I literally have Pokemon in my pocket.
Shh. No.
Stop riboflavin.
See, this is why we need a Shut Up Dave
Yeah.
cue card.
Yeah.
I don't have my cards yet on
Yeah.
sticks.
But they just like all praised the Helix fossil. They needed swim for something, and they had an Eevee.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, we wanna make it a Flareon. Like, no, we need fucking surf.
Vaporeon.
So we need a Vaporeon. They ended up switching something out, and they lost something completely.
Yeah.
And they
They lost Abacaba.
yeah, they then ended up nicknaming I think they ended up going with Flareon. They nicknamed it the False Prophet.
Yeah.
Because they almost lost the Helix fossil.
Also, Ditto is the false prophet.
Yeah.
The key card is the false
Yeah.
prophet, and the SSN ticket is the false prophet.
Yeah, and then Pidgeot evolved,
It became Bird Jesus.
and then it's like all praise Bird Jesus.
I love my favorite thing that they did, and this was something I saw on Imager once. When they awakened the Helix fossil, they had Onomite coming out of a rock or out of the cave, and it said "He has risen." I was like, yes, there you go.
I love it.
And they also had Nidoking, they had Lapras, they had Venomoth, who was their all-purpose, all-terrain vehicle.
What the hell is Venonat supposed to be? What animal?
A bug.
I know. His description is the insect Pokemon.
He's just a bug. He's just
A
a
bug.
bug.
Yeah.
A bug.
Bug.
A
There
bug.
is no fuzzy bugs in the entire of existence that look
Fuzzy
like him.
bunny.
Fuzzy bug.
Fuzzy
Fuzzy bug.
bug.
I feel like you guys are all a bunch of fuzzy bugs.
Fuzzy bugs.
Fuzzy bug.
You want me to slap you?
Please.
How about I slap your shit with riboflavin?
Riboflavin.
An entire pile of riboflavin.
That's vitamin
yeah,
B12.
stole
Did I tell you
riboflavin.
guys why I say that?
Yes. I remember you telling us, but
I
I don't remember
explained-
if it was.
It wasn't on the show. It was on Tuesday.
It was on a Tuesday.
It was on a Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday.
I seen it.
Twas a Tuesday when Casey told us a story. He sold us a story.
He's sort of
Calm down, Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Go back to the retirement home.
I'm gone for the nurses.
My stepbrother had this really stonery skater friend, and he just walk around all the time, just going riboflavin in that voice, out of nowhere. Like they're walking outside, riboflavin. He didn't say much else. Come to think of it,
Maybe he was autistic.
maybe he was. I've been making fun of him for years.
The Rain Man of stoning.
You see these really big parts on the computer.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just like when you guys
those
laugh
are
so
spikes
hard.
in the audio.
Spike! See?
Yeah, you guys are just like dying laughing, and I'm just like, I slowly see you guys getting bigger, and then you just shrink.
Welcome
and
to
you
the
just
world
die.
of audio
Of men.
technicians.
I was gonna say that.
Men in
Of
general.
men. Welcome to the world of men.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. It's probably why she's sticky. I don't appreciate it.
I'm not sticky. I don't
On
like
that
to
note-
be sticky.
On that note, let's continue.
That's why I don't have kids.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, we're done already?
Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
It is 2 o'clock.
Cocoon!
Good night, everybody.